Yo guys, today I got a new book for you, and I don't even know how this book got to my shelf. It just was there. So I picked it up, read it, and there were actually two stories in it that, kind of connected to me in funny wise. Like they were pre-marked, so they were like, I can show you when I find those fucking pages. They have like little underlines here, if you can see this. Which is crazy because I think I bought it new or whatever, but those lines were there. And those two stories I want to talk to you about, and they're pretty much how you conquer lust or any bad habit. And it connected to me because, the last couple months I was like challenged pretty often when it comes to discipline, staying focused on my story. So let's not further shit talk and start into the first story. So the first story is about the student and his master. And the student goes to his master and asks him, Master, I need advice from you. Like the last days, or like in general, I have thoughts like dirty thoughts, sinful thoughts that I can't stop myself from having. So the master says, all right, I got you, bro. Let's go outside, let's take a walk, and I will talk to you. So they go outside the chapel or wherever they are. They take a walk around it, and they see a flower on the floor, and it's like a very toxic flower. It's called belladonna. So it kills everybody that like tastes the flower. And the master says, okay, now what will happen when you look at the flower? Like, will it kill you? And the student says, no, of course not. Like, it's impossible to die from it. You need to eat it to actually die from it. So the master says, yeah, like your sinful thoughts are the same way. You can't really stop them from coming into your head. Like, it's quite impossible. If I say to you, don't think of an elephant, there pops an elephant in your head. But what you can do is stop yourself from acting. You can stop yourself from eating the flower, eating the thought, acting on the thought. And this is actually what will kill you. So don't be too concerned what thoughts are in your head, what sinful thoughts are there that you can't stop them from entering. You can't control yourself from what thoughts you will enter your mind. You can focus what you act on. So don't concern yourself about the bad thoughts and concern yourself about how you act according to it. And this really like connected to me because in everyday life, like whatever you are, whatever your like opinions, your inner beliefs are, you're gonna get challenged, and it's very hard to always stay consistent. And sometimes you have like thoughts or even lust, or you have something that you want to act on and you know you should not. So we follow shame, or we shame ourselves for even thinking about this. When we lose energy on like shaming ourselves, we just should accept this. And the real sin is actually acting on it. And I see this with people on like obviously believers, and you can also see this in the gym, like diets, whatever. You think like, oh my god, I'm like craving this and that and this, and then you already give up because in your head you already failed the challenge or whatever you put into your mind, when the actually failure only occurs when you act on it. So this is the first story. The second story actually is about a guy that goes to his doctor and he can't stop sucking on his fucking fingers or whatever. So you also see it also got marked. Read this book first. Thank you for marking it. It's quite a funny story. So this is actually about how to break bad habits once you accumulated them. So this guy comes to the doctor and says, Doctor, I need help. I can't stop sucking my thumb. So the doctor's like, oh, well, alright, this is quite alright, bro. Don't worry. The only thing you need to do now is not stopping to suck your thumb, but every day you suck your thumb, you choose one other finger to suck on for every day. So Monday, this one, Tuesday, and it goes on like this. A week later, the patient comes back to the doctor and says, Doctor, thank you. I finally stopped sucking my thumbs. And the reason for this is because you interrupt the pattern. Like if you have bad habits, most of this is unconscious. If you think about consumption, like you open your Instagram or whatever you consume, or TikTok or YouTube, it's almost like a subconscious decision. You're conditioned to like just do the action to get some dopamine, to get some gratification. But if you haven't pattern interrupt, for example, if you do a code, or if even on your smartphone, if it's black and white, and it needs to be a conscious decision because you don't see the colors, etc. It needs to be, you either need to search it, it's not on your front screen, or with the thumbs, you need to choose another thumb, like a conscious decision that's between you and your bad habit. And this will really pretty much like make it so much easier for you to break those bad habits. So how can we do this in like real life? For example, when we are on a diet, we can say, we're gonna allow a treat, but it needs to be a different treat for every day. So you can't just like batch buy a ton of ice cream or whatever. It needs to be like, if you want to eat something to cheat, you need to buy like one ice, and the other day it needs to be gummy bears. So the friction between you and this bad habit is to go to the store, actively choose another sweet, and all this friction will actually trigger your consciousness, and you will be in a state of awareness. How can we do this like with social media or whatever? Like I said, delete the app from your front screen and make it maybe black and white. So you need to consciously type in the name like TikTok. And this is a conscious decision, and it will trigger like the part of your brain that isn't in like this ape survival state and just craves dopamine. This will make it a lot easier, and you can do this with everything. Like even when you think about like work distractions or whatever, like what else is that is bad for you, like porn, for example. Let's say you're a porn addict or whatever you are. Let's say you want to break this habit. Do the finger thing. Like every day you need to consciously choose another website or whatever, and this will actually trigger something in you. You will be self-aware, and it will be so much easier to break any bad habit. So I hope this story helps you guys. Yeah, this new setup here is quite funny. I just enjoy the camera. Enjoy your day, and see you in the next one.